defense, what did you see? What stood out against? And again, they didn't. They left a one big run to Derrick Henry. There were some dropped passes. I get it. That's a pretty high-powered offense that the defense played pretty well against.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson is like he wears a superhero cape out there. I mean, he just is the hardest player to get to the ground. He is um I mean, he's really you when you watch it from the perspective of the away from the TV where you can see what he's looking at, how he has to throw the football, the way he escapes pressure. He's in a league of his own. I mean, it's probably like him and Josh Allen, the way those two play, the difficulties that they present are probably the two that make it hardest. I mean, Patrick Mahomes is like a tiger at this point, kind of playing with his food. I think he maybe is a little bored, but Lamar is an experience, and playing against him is really awful, hard to do because of that experience. He's frustrating for a defensive line trying to pressure him. He's frustrating for a defensive coordinator who puts his guys in the right place, and then they ultimately can't get Lamar down, so he extends. They did well, all things considered. You're right. There was one long run for Derrick Henry that kind of skews things, but they did really well against them for the most part. Even on that long run, Greg Newsome had a chance to get him down and missed that tackle. So I thought they were in a good place against the run for the most part of the day. Did a good job there. And then the pass game, it can honestly, and this is not a knock on the Browns, it's just at times can turn into a bit of a backyard football game because you're covering for so long because he extends for some duration that is just it's unique to any quarterback they face. Jalen Hurts does a little of this, but Hurts isn't as twitchy and he doesn't throw from a variety of like the weird arm angles that Lamar can make happen. So you don't totally get that. I mean, it is good that the Browns face like Jaden Daniels and then Jalen Hurts and then you get Lamar all before the break. Justin Herbert's a different type of quarterback coming up this week, but yeah, I think again the Ravens are going to present so many challenges because they can live in this 12 heavy personnel, two tight end world, but they also have Zay Flowers who's really fast and twitchy. And then you can also add maybe now the right time to get him was the other day because they added Deontay Johnson in a trade this week who will help them. That's just a really good offense. And Todd Monken's done a nice job unlocking them to be a different style of offense that presents multi-layered challenges in a way that Greg Roman just couldn't do. So do I think it looks pretty where you're looking at like upward of close to 350, 400? No. But if you watch that game and look the type of plays Lamar had to make to bring some of those to life, it was a pretty good defensive performance, all things considered. So tough to look at numbers and feel that way. But you also look at I think the Ravens had to earn every yard is how I would phrase it. And that's against a really good place. Like when people used to play LeBron right now or play Michael Jordan back in the day, it's like he's going to get his, but we need to make it as hard on him as we possibly can. And I would say the Browns made it really hard on them.